The Land Cruiser name has always carried a certain expectation: durability, long-distance capability, and engineering designed to withstand demanding environments. For 2026, Toyota appears to be expanding that legacy in a noticeably different direction. Following its reported appearance at the Japan Mobility Show, the production-ready Land Cruiser FJ signals a quiet return to mechanical simplicity at a time when much of the industry continues to move toward greater technological complexity, often referred to as the mini Land Cruiser. The FJ is not positioned as a scaled-down luxury SUV. Instead, it appears engineered as a compact, body-on-frame vehicle built for global markets where reliability and repairability remain essential. And the interesting part is this: rather than replacing existing Land Cruisers, the FJ seems designed to open the door to an entirely new tier within the lineup that in the next few minutes we look at where this model fits, what Toyota has confirmed so far, what early reports suggest, and why this smaller off-roader could become one of the brand's most strategically important vehicles in years within Toyota's SUV family. The Land Cruiser FJ occupies a carefully measured middle ground that sits between the Coke-based Corolla Cross and the significantly larger Land Cruiser 250, creating a technical bridge between crossover comfort and traditional ladder frame toughness. Toyota confirms the FJ rides on a modified version of the IMV0 body-on-frame platform, an architecture already proven in vehicles such as the Hilux and Fortuner. Why does this matter? Because platforms known for durability often translate into predictable long-term ownership, particularly in regions where access to specialized repair infrastructure may be limited. This suggests Toyota is prioritizing longevity over experimentation. Pricing is expected to fall between $35,000 and $45,000, positioning the vehicle as a more accessible entry point into the Land Cruiser heritage. That estimated range carries strategic weight that potentially lowers the barrier to entry for buyers who want genuine off-road engineering without stepping into the price territory typically associated with full-size SUVs. A global rollout is scheduled for mid-2026, beginning in Japan and Thailand, markets where rugged versatility continues to hold strong appeal. Some early reports suggest the FJ name may stand for freedom and joy, reflecting a lifestyle-oriented direction. Toyota has not formally confirmed the meaning, but the interpretation aligns with the vehicle's positioning. Where the shift becomes most noticeable is maneuverability. The FJ is expected to deliver a turning radius of roughly 5.5 meters, significantly tighter than most mid-size SUVs. And that number tells a story that a smaller turning circle often translates into greater confidence on narrow trails, crowded urban streets, and technical terrain where larger vehicles require multi-point adjustments. In simple terms, this Land Cruiser appears designed to go places bigger ones would rather avoid. Official competitor comparisons have not yet been confirmed. At its core, the Land Cruiser FJ leans heavily into proven mechanical engineering rather than emerging propulsion trends. Toyota confirms the SUV will use a 2.7-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine, known internally as the 2TR FE. Output is rated at 163 horsepower with 246 newton-meters of torque, paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission and a part-time 4-wheel drive system. On paper, those figures may appear modest, but the intention here does not seem to be outright performance. Instead, this level of output suggests a focus on predictable power delivery, particularly useful when traction conditions vary and precise throttle control becomes more valuable than acceleration. The naturally aspirated design also removes several potential stress points associated with turbochargers. Fewer forced induction components often mean fewer thermal demands on the engine, and that connects directly to another confirmed detail. Toyota has implemented a simplified air-cooled intake system designed to maintain reliability in high-heat environments such as the Middle East and Australia. Why does that matter? Because sustained heat is one of the most common long-term challenges for vehicles operating far from service centers. Engineering that anticipates those conditions typically signals durability as a primary objective. Some early reports indicate the engine may operate with a compression ratio around 9.6 to 1, potentially allowing it to tolerate lower-octane fuel often found in emerging markets. Toyota has not officially verified that specification. Still, the broader strategy remains consistent: mechanical resilience over technological dependency. The ladder frame chassis itself receives additional underbody bracing to improve torsional rigidity. That detail is particularly relevant during off-road articulation, where uneven wheel movement can introduce structural stress. Greater rigidity helps the suspension do its job more effectively. A short 2,580mm wheelbase further supports the vehicle's trail-oriented identity. Shorter wheelbases typically improve breakover angles, reducing the likelihood of the vehicle contacting the ground when cresting obstacles. The rear-mounted spare tire contributes as well, preserving cargo depth while reinforcing the expedition-ready character. Approach angle is measured at 31 degrees, while ground clearance reaches 215mm. Together, those figures suggest this vehicle is engineered for genuine terrain capability, rather than purely rugged styling. And once again, the numbers reflect intent, not excess, not theater, purpose, official. Performance comparisons remain unconfirmed. Toyota has not yet released complete styling specifications, but early descriptions point toward a function-first design philosophy. Reports frequently reference upright proportions and a boxy silhouette, sometimes described as Addis-inspired shape. Though the company has not confirmed that terminology, boxy shapes often serve more than aesthetic goals. They tend to improve outward visibility and simplify spatial awareness when navigating tight environments. Short overhangs appear, aligned with the vehicle's off-road geometry, reinforcing the idea that proportions were chosen with capability in mind. There are also indications of a modular bumper design that could allow damaged sections to be replaced individually. If accurate, that approach may reduce repair costs for drivers who regularly travel beyond paved roads. Inside the cabin, practicality continues to guide the layout. Toyota confirms the dashboard integrates mall attachment panels, enabling owners to mount equipment such as radios, storage kits, or expedition gear directly onto interior surfaces, and this detail matters more than it might first appear. Modularity often signals that a vehicle is meant to adapt to different missions, from recreational overlanding to commercial fieldwork. Some reports suggest the cabin may prioritize hard-wearing materials over luxury finishes, reinforcing durability. Full information on seating layouts, screen sizes, and infotainment hardware is expected closer to launch. For now, the pattern remains clear: utility first, decoration second. Toyota has not yet published a complete technology package for the Land Cruiser FJ. However, several features are widely anticipated. Many observers expect the inclusion of Toyota's Safety Sense driver assistance systems, potentially bringing functions such as pre-collision braking, lane support, and adaptive cruise control. These features have not yet been formally confirmed for the model. Prototype vehicles are also said to display a horizontal infotainment screen paired with a digital instrument cluster, possibly around 12 inches, though final configurations remain unverified. Higher trims may introduce a surround view camera system, and for off-road driving, that is more than convenience. It allows drivers to monitor obstacles that disappear beneath the hood line, improving placement accuracy in technical sections. AS with many pre-launch vehicles, clearer details will likely emerge closer to production. Toyota plans to begin the global rollout in mid-2026, with Japan confirmed as an initial market. Industry reports suggest production could be centered in Thailand, a long-established hub for IMV-based vehicles. Though manufacturing locations have not been formally announced, there are also indications the model may not initially target the United States or Europe, possibly reflecting regional size preferences. Toyota has yet to confirm those plans if the expected $35,000 to $45,000 price range holds. The Land Cruiser FJ could serve as a gateway into the lineup while preserving the engineering philosophy that originally defined the badge: accessible, but still authentic. The 2026 Land Cruiser FJ appears less focused on redefining the segment and more focused on refining a proven formula, not a ladder frame platform. A naturally aspirated engine. Compact proportions shaped by maneuverability, rather than chasing complexity. This smaller Land Cruiser seems engineered around durability, usability, and global practicality, and in an era increasingly defined by software and electrification. That direction alone makes the F worth watching. As always with upcoming vehicles, details may continue to evolve as Toyota releases more official information. That if you enjoy calm, factual breakdowns of future cars and the strategies behind them, consider subscribing to Auto Foresight and let us know, when it comes to a rugged SUV, does simplicity still hold its value?